Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me. And before we start, I'm just going to ask the Creator to bless this program today and bless all of us here and anyone who might be watching it in the future. Okay, so what are we doing today? We're going to be talking about Alzheimer's, and I'm going to be giving you some tips on how to prevent degenerative diseases in general, but I'm focusing on Alzheimer's. Um, I'm also going to give you a recipe, and that will benefit, of course, benefit you in every way, not just for any specific disease, but it will benefit you in keeping your body, mind, and spirit healthy. Okay, so um, just so you know, the format for the show is now I introduce what I'm going to do, which is what I'm doing now. And then I'm going to put the recipe together, prepare the recipe. And then I'm going to give you the presentation about the topic, which this week is a degenerative disease, Alzheimer's. And then we're going to, once I start eating, hopefully you will start requesting the recipe and you can join me in the preparation, and then we can eat together. Yes. So I'm going to taste the recipe, and then I'm going to do a short meditation to end the presentation. And let me just tell you that these recipes that I'm giving you each week are recipes that I have been giving to my clients over the past 2 decades in my classes, to help them to rid their bodies of degenerative diseases. I have been doing this now for over 2 decades, and I've helped hundreds of clients, hundreds of people, to actually rid their bodies completely of degenerative diseases, and taught them how to maintain their health so they don't fall back into disease. So I shall be giving you the recipes, and every week also I give you the opportunity to get the ingredients for next week, the following week. Yeah, so that you can follow me along with follow along with putting together the recipe of that week. I'm doing that because in the past, when I was doing the physical classes, I found that people thoroughly enjoyed the taking part in the preparing of the recipes, and tasting, etc., and just discussing the ingredients. So I'm doing that, but it's online. So you can actually go to the link in bio on Instagram at the moment and click the request for the ingredients, and I will get it somehow and send you the ingredients for the week. And you've got a guess to tell me what you think the recipe is going to be. Yes, I'm just going to send you the ingredients. So do that if you want to work alongside me. It makes it a bit more interesting. Okay, so what am I going to do? Oh, I must tell you, for those of you who don't know me, I am Dr. KALEFA. I have been in this business now for well over 2 decades, and I've helped hundreds and hundreds of people to rid their bodies of degenerative diseases like diabetes, arthritis, heart disease, cancer, prostate issues, neurological issues like Alzheimer's, gynecology issues, fibroids, endometriosis, etc. And once they've rid themselves of these diseases through my 3-month program, I teach them also within the program to avoid disease, lifestyle to live so that they do not get sick again. Yeah, so if you are someone that you know who are tired of the pills, the pain, the fatigue, the stress of degenerative diseases, and the looking forward to a life of disease, and you've been told that you have to live with it, listen and call me. Call me, go to the link in bio, book a 15-minute discovery call with me, and talk to me so that we can arrange to help you to rid your body of degenerative diseases. So that's me. Remember, like every week, I say to like, share, subscribe for me, please. And remember that I'm also available for talks, presentations, for webinars and seminars. So if you're interested in that, in fact, by tomorrow, I should have the link up on the link in bio as well, where you can book me for a webinar, seminar, or presentation or talk. Just go there and take a look at the subjects, and just give me a ring as well. Call me and have a chat with me, a free 15-minute chat, and I can go into more detail about what I do. Okay, so that said, let us start with the first part of the show today, which is the recipe. And we've got another exciting and delicious and nutritious recipe for you this week. This week, I'm trying to lift everything. I know that the talks are heavy, and for the past few weeks, I've been doing some pretty heavy talks. So I want to lift the spirit, lift the energy. And I'm going to do that with a recipe which I call a breakfast dessert. And the reason I call it that is because it's great as a breakfast, and it's also wonderful as a dessert. And get your pen and paper ready, because you're going to need 1 cup of old-fashioned oats. You're going to need approximately half a cup of raw cashew nuts, not the salted ones. We don't do the table salted nuts. And one of the days, actually, I'll show you how to do your own salted raw nuts if you want to salt them. Good idea. Let me just make a note of that. Lesson in salting nuts. Okay, all right. One of the days I'll do that and show you how I do it when I fancy some nuts with out of its natural state. Of course, the natural state, the raw nut, bare raw nut, is best for you. Okay, so you're going to need 3 to 4 berries. And I don't know if you've seen these berries and you know what they look like. I know, these are Jamaican berries. They have an official name, which I found it difficult to pronounce. So you're just going to have to be satisfied with berry. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to prepare these, and give you after we've done the recipe, the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful plethora of benefits that you get from them. You're going to need a cup of coconut milk, and I don't need to show you the coconut milk again this week, because in fact 1 to 2 cups. It depends on how much of the oatmeal that you're using. You're going to need about 2 cups of Irish moss. And I already prepared the Irish moss. Let me get them out of the fridge while I'm talking to you. So this is the oatmeal here. I've soaked it overnight. And this is the Irish moss. I've done about, there's quite a bit in there. I just boiled it and blended everything together and squeezed it just in case there are any lumpy bits left from the blending. So let me just give a quick rinse of the hand and open this up so you can see the oatmeal. Like I said, it's been soaking in the coconut milk overnight. There we are. Oh, it's got quite sticky. Yes, so we've got the oatmeal there soaked in the coconut milk. Let me just bring this down a little bit more so you can see. Okay. And we're going, like I said, we're going to use about 2 to 3 cups of the Irish moss. So I'm going to show you that as I put it in the blender. In fact, let me just bring the blender across and do that now. So let's get a cup here. And I'm going to just use my soup spoon to scoop out the Irish moss and put it in the blender. Okay, so let's bring this around here so you can see it. And there we go. That's 1 cup. I put that in first because it's the liquid. Always best to put the liquids in first. 2, and I'm going to put another cup in, so that's 3 cups of Irish moss. Wonderful. Okay, there you go. So that's your Irish moss. And like I said, I'm going to talk to you about the benefits. This whole dish that I am preparing today, let me move this around a bit as well. This whole dish that I'm preparing today is just absolutely jam-packed with nutrients. And it's just the best thing you could have to start the day. And also you can have it as a pudding or dessert, yes. So now I'm going to put the mixture of soaked oatmeal and in coconut milk. I'm going to put that in. There you go. And I'm going to add about a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. And you can use mixed spice if you like. They have some, nowadays they have natural mixed spice that you can use in your, make sure though that it's all natural mixed spice. You know, you don't buy it somewhere where they're adding additives to it. This way, when you do them individually, you can see exactly what you're putting in. So you've got some cinnamon there. And oh dear, I was gonna put some vanilla in, but guess what? I forgot to buy it. Oh, okay, not to worry, not to worry. You can put some in yours. The great thing about this is that when you are doing it yourself, you can add the things. If there are things that you want to add extra, you can always add that. Okay. So I'm going to put, this is about, we don't want it too sweet, so this is 2 tablespoons of coconut sugar. And, you know, I'm going to suggest that when you do add sugar, if you've got diabetes or anything like that, make sure that you leave out the sugar. Although this is a healthy sugar, it's still sugar. Um, and you can use the agave instead. Okay. So I would suggest, even though this is healthy, the agave, I would, as my recommendation. Okay. So you're going to put in a tablespoon or two of agave. And I've got a nutmeg here, which I'm going to use later. So I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit, grate a little bit of that over the top. So let me make sure that we have all our ingredients. We have the old-fashioned oats soaked in coconut milk. We have the cups of Irish moss, which was made yesterday, and now we're going to blend all of this. All right. So okay. So peel the berry, and I'm going to open it so you can see inside. That's inside the berry. It has some big seeds in. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at this. As I expected, it's quite, yes, it's fairly thick. All right, so this is exactly what we want. And the reason why I've just brought out the beetroot juice, which I made earlier. I'm going to add a little beetroot juice to the dessert. Yeah, so remember, we're doing one as a dessert and one as a breakfast drink. So in fact, this is a blend of carrot and beetroot. Okay, so I'm going to pour some into a bowl here. Let me bring it over so you can see. I'm going to pour some into this bowl. And I'm going to add a little beetroot carrot juice. And this is not just for nutritional benefits. I want to give it a different color, something a bit more exciting. Yeah, so there we go. Let me just bring this down so you can see it there. Actually, I've just put a little in. Let me put a little bit more. Let me see if I can. Yes, I put a little more of the beetroot juice in there. And I'm going to mix that in. And now we've got a nice red dessert. Yes, we've got a lovely red dessert, which I'm going to put in the fridge. And the reason for that is because I want it to be a sort of jelly. Yes, when you put it in the freezer for a little while, it comes out like a sort of jelly. Okay, So here we go. Hopefully that's going to get nice and firm before I finish the show, so I can show you what it looks like as a dessert. And in the other bowl, I'm going to put the straightforward breakfast one. Okay, so let us add some more there. Okay, so this is going to be the breakfast one. And I did say cashews because the cashew was really to dress it. I'm now just slicing up the kneesberry and removing the skin. Okay, so the cashew was really to dress the dish. But guess what? I forgot to get the cashew yesterday and I just couldn't go back out. It's just too hot out there to go back out again. So just remember, when you're dressing it, you can dress it. In fact, you don't have to use cashews. I was using cashews because I love cashews. My favorite nuts. But you can use any nuts. Yes, I'm just slicing them. I'll show you it in a minute. I lift it up so you can see it. I'm just slicing it. Let me get something a little better than that to rest it on. I'm just slicing them lengthwise. I'll show you in a minute, so that we can dress it with these. It won't look as exciting, I guess, without the cashew. But what we're more interested in this, it's the wide range of benefits that you get from this little fruit. Okay, so there we go. Let's do this one. And like I said, this dish is just absolutely full of benefits and nutrients. And for instance, I might as well go ahead and tell you the kneesberry. Let me remind myself, it contains electrolytes similar to our coconut. Your coconut contains electrolytes, which the body needs, and kneesberry does too. It's full of antioxidants. This little tiny fruit, I know. It's full of antioxidants. It has anti-inflammatory properties. Some of them are a little soft, so I'm trying to be careful not to squash it. So it has anti-inflammatory properties. It's very high in calcium, which is great for bones and especially children's bones. It has high fiber content. And as you know, the fiber is extremely great for the digestive system. It helps to prevent bloating and constipation. So in a way, it's similar to ginger in that respect. It's got high carbohydrate content, which provides energy, as you probably already know by now. And it's a diuretic. Yeah, so it will help to remove toxins from the kidneys. And it's very high in vitamin A, so it helps with your eyesight. I think that's enough kneesberries there for now. Oh no, I've got the other dish to dress as well. Yes, so it is high in iron as well, which will help you to prevent anemia. Um, and it has sedative properties, so it helps to calm your nerves. Yeah, yeah. I no, I haven't finished yet. Guess what? The skin can be used in skin and hair as a on the skin and the hair. So this little tiny fruit has so much more benefits than some of the other fruits out there. And of course, it's in season now. This is why I'm doing it, because this is everything is seasonal. Well, not everything, because the coconuts aren't. Only a few fruits that I know that are not seasonal, really. Um, this one is. So this is the season for it right now. So what I'm going to do, I I had planned to put also some papa on it, and I was looking in my bag on the way home in the taxi. I was looking in my bag for something, and guess what? I left the papa in the taxi, and I could not even remember which taxi it was. So, oh dear, I know. Yeah, so the taxi man is probably enjoying my papa right now, but the papa is a lovely bright yellow, as you know, so that would give it that exciting bright color. Uh, but we can just imagine it, can't we? We can imagine that this has this lovely bright papa. And like I said, the papa is excellent because it has high content of enzymes. In fact, it's the enzymes that they use to make digestive enzymes. Yes, so which is papain. And as I'm thinking that, I'm remembering that I have a piece of, guess what? A piece of pineapples left in the fridge. So I am going to just put a piece on the dish here. The reason why I remember that is because pineapple is also very high in in enzyme, and is high in the enzyme bromelain. So let me get that. And I've even got bananas up there and a mango. I could actually make it. Let's see what we can do. Make it quite exciting. So let me just get a slice of the pineapple here. And like I said, it's full of nutrients. And the bromelain in the pineapple is excellent for enzyme. It's a enzyme. Um, the pineapple is also great for helping with to prevent prostate issues. You can boil the skin and drink it hot. Drink the hot skin tea, and that will help you with any to prevent your prostate problems, any prostate problems that might be lurking there for waiting for you. So let's just slice it and place it on there. Give it a little more oomph, make it a little bit more exciting. And remember, this is the porridge, and I can leave some of these bits to decorate the dessert one, which we've just added the beetroot to and put in the freezer. So we'll have more of a jelly one there. Actually, I'll have to get some more glass plates so you can actually see through it. I got rid of the ones I had, which was not very wise. But there you go. And I'm going to add a couple slices of ripe bananas in the middle there. So let's put one here, one here, and one here. So this is a lovely, lovely breakfast meal for you. Let's talk a bit now about, have a look there. It doesn't have the bright colors in, doesn't have the bright colors that I was planning, but it does have lots of fruit and lots of wonderful nutrients there. So what I'm going to do now, before I tell you the rest that I'm going to tell you about, I am going to add a little nutmeg. Just grate a little nutmeg over the top. Remember, nutmeg tends to be, if you put too much nutmeg on, it will taste bitter. You just want to sprinkle a little over just to give it that flavor, that extra flavor. And this one is still in the shell. So let me give it a bash and break it. Got it down the market. It comes out of the next parish up. Get rid of that. And there you are. Oh, I bashed the nutmeg in as well. Never mind. So this is the shell. Oh, that smells so gorgeous. All right, so let's just sprinkle. I'm just going to grate a little bit of nutmeg over the dish. There you go. And that just finishes that off. That's your breakfast dish there. Yes. And like I said, you can make it into 2 dishes at the same time. So you have a dessert for later, and you have a wonderful, fulfilling, nutritious breakfast. So I've told you what's in the kneesberry. Let me just remind you what Irish moss does for you. Irish moss, which is there in the bottom of here, it boosts your immune system. It also aids digestion, and it actually supports your thyroid function and supports weight management. So you've got that in there as well. Plus you've got the pineapple, plus you've got the banana, and of course the oatmeal, which provides you with a huge amount of fiber, which will help your digestive system. Okay, so let's put this away for later. And I'm going to put the breakfast in the fridge now. Wow, I can't wait for, actually, I could actually taste that while I'm telling you about it, couldn't I? While I'm going through that, let me do my tasting on that one, and then I'll have the other one. I'll have the other one for later. Okay, so let me put these away. Looking forward to this. Okay, so as soon as that one is, let me just check it, is tight enough, the dessert. Not quite ready yet. When it's jellified, if there's such a word, we can finish dressing it and take a look at eating it. Okay, so let me just taste this, and then we can have a little chat about Alzheimer's. This is absolutely gorgeous. Hmm. Oh no, I know I say that about all of my recipes, but they are. Mm. This is a highly nutritious breakfast meal that will set you up for the day and prevent you from wanting to snack. Yes, all the snacky things. Normally people tend to want to snack around mid morning and things. If you want to snack, you can actually just have more neeseberry or have a banana or some other fruit. Mm. But you'll find that with this kind of breakfast, it will set you up for the day because it is so full of nutrients. Your body demands snacks when it's just getting empty calories. Yes, when you're giving it junk food, it's getting empty calories. Your body is not getting anything from the food. And therefore, as soon as you eat, you feel hungry again. You eat, you feel hungry, you eat, you feel hungry, and you keep eating and putting on weight, and you have no nutrition in your system, nothing for your body to work with. But when you feed it nutritious foods such as this, your body is getting what it needs. So it doesn't need to demand food constantly. Mhm. You'll find that you get hungry less in less time. Okay? Hmm. Okay. So I am going to talk to you now. I'm just going to do a short presentation on Alzheimer's. I had decided I was going to do this presentation in June because June is actually Alzheimer's month. Yes, Alzheimer's awareness month. But I've just realized that I've left it so long that we are actually in July. We're in July and I haven't done it yet, but that's not going to stop us, is it? Because Alzheimer's doesn't just last for a month. Mm, mm. So we're going to do Alzheimer's awareness today. All right, so let us see here. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay, so how many of you actually know people or know of people who are suffering from Alzheimer's disease? Yeah. Apparently, Alzheimer's disease is one of the fastest growing diseases now, especially in parts of Europe. So I guess many of you would know somebody or know of someone who has developed Alzheimer's disease. And it said that upwards of 1% of people, uh, when this research was done, upwards of 1% of people have evidence of Alzheimer's disease by the age of 60. And for many, it begins with what is termed as cognitive dysfunction or cognitive impairment. And this is actually the declining ability to think and remember as well as you used to. Unfortunately, most people just mark that down as old age. They think, oh, well, I'm getting old. I'm supposed to lose my memory. I'm supposed to become sick, etc. When that is the farthest from the truth that you can get. We're not supposed to lose our memory. We're not supposed to become sick as we get older. Yes. Um, and people believe that it's a natural progression to senility alongside other physical diseases before death. Most people seem to believe that you have to get sick to die. So as you're getting older, people start worrying about what diseases they're going to get and start thinking more and more about diseases and senility, etc. And almost as if they're looking forward to that. Yes? But that's a lie. It's not. That's not the way we were built. Sadly, this is generally accepted as part of the aging process. Unfortunately, if it's not addressed in the proper way, this could lead to more serious problems such as dementia. Alzheimer's is a form of dementia. Alzheimer's is a mental dysfunction that becomes serious and could even become life-threatening. It occurs because plaque accumulates in the critical areas of the brain as a result of a thing called, a protein substance called beta amyloid. It's similar to the way cholesterol plaque builds up inside the arteries in the cardiovascular system, which leads to heart disease. As I mentioned, many people regard this as these signs of mild cognitive impairment as a joke. They often laugh at it and brush it aside. As long as they can maintain an independent, functional life, they ignore all the signs. And by ignoring the signs, you could end up with dementia or Alzheimer's. It's not simply with dementia such as Alzheimer's. It's not simply your life that will be impacted, as you will eventually be unable to function as you lose your independence. It's not just your life that will be impacted. It's a heavy burden that you place on your loved ones. And research shows that our diet has a huge impact on our ability to prevent cognitive dementia. And what about the mind? Yes, that we're talking about the physical. And remember, the Alzheimer's is a disease of the mind. So what about the mind? Yes? Often the effect of your mind has on your body is not taken into consideration. Your mind controls your physical body. It's now proven that thoughts are real physical things that occupy space in your brain. We change the physical structure of our brain through our thinking. Yes, I said that. We change the physical structure of our brain through our thinking. So keeping your thoughts positive changes the structure of the brain in a positive way. According to past scientific beliefs, the brain is a fixed, hardwired machine, and a damaged brain is incurable. We now know that that's not true. Science have proven now, they're catching up with what we've been told in the Bible. We now know that it's not true that the brain is incurable. Yeah? Almost all brain damage, which were previously believed to be incurable, such as stroke, cardiovascular, trauma, brain injury, learning disabilities, depression, PTSD, OCD, anxiety, aging, which includes cognitive impairment, dementia, etc., are now known to be reversible. The Bible teaches us, it says, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. I think that's Romans 12:2. We're not victims of our biology or our circumstances. Scientists are finally realizing that biblical teachings are a reality. As you sleep, it's been shown that as you sleep, you grow new brain cells overnight. So every morning when you wake up, your brain is renewed. You have a new brain because you grow new brain cells during your sleep. That's assuming that you're sleeping at night, as you should. Uh, so, this new science is called neuroplasticity. And neuroplasticity is the basically the brain being plastic. The brain can be changed by the mind. Thought changes the structure of matter. So our thought can change the structure of our body, not just the mind. That is, what we think changes the physical structure of our brain. Think about it. Huh? Your thoughts and your life choices can either make you sick or make you well. I don't know about you, but I find this extremely liberating. Yes? Unfortunately, most people don't become aware until they see the physical signs of sickness. And of course, when they're seeing the physical signs, it means they're already sick. Huh? Even then, many people scoff at the idea and put it down to, I'm just getting old. Yeah. But you can take responsibility. You don't have to go out that way. Yes, go out shining. Yes, when you're ready, you leave healthy, you leave young, you leave vibrant, full of energy. Yes, you don't have to go out sick and debilitated. Yeah. So you can take responsibility now, and by taking preventative measures, yeah, by making the necessary changes now. Make those changes now. It's never too early to change and do what you need to do in order to prevent the onset of disease as you become older. Change your life. But you need to change your life in every way. You need to change overall. And if you already have dementia and degenerative diseases, that needs to be addressed so that your body can return to equilibrium, your mind can return to equilibrium, and you can heal. And then you take steps to ensure that you do not go out in that way. It's undignified. It is just not good for your friends and family to have to look after you in that way, especially if you're a person who is used to your independence. Yeah? If you would like to know more, yes, go to my link in bio on Instagram and book a free 15-minute discovery chat with me. uh, and I will give you more information about what I can do and what you can do in order to stay healthy and stay away from these degenerative diseases. And we're talking about Alzheimer's this month, but you need to make sure that you put yourself in a position where your health is not a huge issue as you age. Okay? All right. So that's it for the presentation today. Remember that I am available, like I said, for talks and presentations, for seminars and webinars. And I'm putting up the list on my website tomorrow, well, hopefully by tomorrow. And I will have that information so you can go and click that and request a talk or presentation or a seminar or webinar with me. But if you can't do that, then just give me a call. The number is there. The number is also on the screen. Remember also to like, subscribe, and share. Okay. So that is it for the presentation for today. Before I do the meditation, let me just go and check on the dessert in the fridge. Give me a moment. Mm. Mm. Right, you can see there, it's turning to jelly. There you go, it's jelly. It's not quite as jellified as I want it to be. Yes. But you can see it's like getting to be like a jellified dessert. I'm going to leave it in there for a little bit longer while I do the meditation with you. Actually, no, I like you to go away with the meditation. So I'm not going to do that after. So let me just put it back in there for a little bit. Yes, so next week I'll be here again with a new recipe. Let me just take a look and make sure I have not missed anything out. I don't think so. I haven't missed anything. I've told you about the nutritional value of everything that was in our meal today. And these little lovely little fruits that provide so much benefit. While you're preparing for your meditation, and this week's meditation is called The Things That Are, and again it's by Ernst. Oh, I'll tell you that in a minute. Who this one's by. I didn't write it up there. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put the dressing on the jelly. Yes, because I can always put it back in there. And you know what I'm going to do? Like I said, I have some mango here, which I got off the tree yesterday. So I am going to slice up some of the mango and put it on top there. You can see the jelly, it's getting nice and wobbly. And I'm going to put the piece of mango on it as well, just to make up for not having for me leaving the papa in the taxi yesterday. All right, so there we go. I'm going to just slice up bits of this and add to the top. And again, this is even more nutrients because mangoes also have a high level of vitamins and minerals, which you can add to your diet. The mango season is actually finishing now. Yeah, the mango season is finishing. This one's, oh, I didn't show it to you. This one's a Julie mango. You can see the side that I've not peeled. And it's great for something like this because it doesn't have a lot of hairy bits on the inside. It's called a Julie mango. And the taste is very distinctive. So it's great for dishes like this. So let me just start dressing. Let me put some gooseberry on here very quickly there. So I hope you will join me again next week, and I thank you. Even if you were unable to join me, I've had to change my shows to a recording because I was having so much trouble with electrical issues in the building. I couldn't get the shows done. So, and funnily enough, now that I'm not doing the live show anymore, there doesn't seem to be any electrical outages. Certainly not three in one hour. So, yeah, so there's our extremely nutritious kneesberry. And I'm going to dress around here with some mango pieces. Whoa, I am really looking forward to this as a dessert. There we go. So I'm just going to put the mango pieces, pile them in the middle actually. There we go. Pile them up there. There we are. What would be nice now is to put a few cashew nuts around there. So you can imagine just when you've done yours, you put a few cashew nuts around the side. I'm just going to, I think I'll just put some little pieces of banana to break up the color there. So there we go. Ah, it's not so bad. It just needs needed that bright color there to lift it. Like I said, I'm trying to lift the energy, trying to lift the energy because we've been talking some heavy talk, yeah, some heavy stuff, and we want to make this the feel good show. So at the end of it, you are feeling good about feeling good. Yeah. So it doesn't have the red in it, but it does have that mango. Wait, let me see now. Yes, can you see there? You have the kneesberry and you have little bits of banana and the mango in the Julie mango in the middle. So I'm going to put that back and let that stay a little bit longer so it's more jellified. I think I've invented a new word there. Jellified. Okay, so that's our meal done. And this has been very, very lovely afternoon and lovely to do this particular meal because it's, like I said, you can make it into a double meal. And I'm already feeling full, I'm already feeling full. And I haven't finished this bowl yet. You could even take some of this with you if you're going out, going to work or whatever. You take some with you and have it, for your snack or even for lunch. It's very filling. Okay. So please get yourself ready. Make yourself as comfortable as you possibly can. And begin to take some deep breaths. Yes, like I said, today's meditation is called The Things That Are. So take some deep breaths. Breathe deep into your abdomen. Yes. Hold it there. Close your eyes and release. And as you release, just let your shoulders sag, let your arms drop. Just feel the relaxation spreading down through your buttocks, your thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, all the way out to the tips of your toes. And as you take another deep breath, imagine that breath is going into your brain and the top of your head. And as you breathe out, just feel the muscles on top of your head relaxing. Relax the muscles in your forehead, your eyelids, those little muscles around the eyes, your cheeks, your jaw, and allow the relaxation to continue to spread down the muscles in your neck, out across your shoulders, your shoulder blades. Feel those large shoulder blades as they begin to relax. And allow the relaxation to spread down your arms